the best of the Cowsills inside. Now, I didn't know anything about the Cowsills at the time, but it had a funny caricature of the family on the cover, and I couldn't wait to get home and put it on my cheap turntable to hear it. Instead of, however, being appreciative of the gift, I became a bit of a brat because I couldn't wait to get out of there and listen to it. Songs such as Hair and We Can Fly and Indian Lake became lifetime favorites that I have yet to tire of hearing. And like a lot of bands from that era, the Cowsills unfortunately soon disappeared from view. 1910 Fruit Gum Company, anybody? And I honestly didn't give them a whole lot of thought until last week when I was invited to watch a new documentary, Family Band, The Cowsill Story, which is about the real family behind the singing family. Now, the film is airing this month on Showtime, and whether you're old enough to remember the Cowsills, or even the TV sitcom they inspired later, The Partridge Family, this heart-wrenching tale is a must-see, from family squabbles and singing with mom, to a mentally and physically abusive dad, and massive lost revenues, to latter-day triumphs and tribulations. Joining me today to talk about his family, the band, the documentary, and the TV show Grimm, and we'll explain that shortly, is Paul Cowsill. Paul, welcome to Mr. Media.
Hi, Bob. How you doing?
Doing okay, doing okay.
Good. Good.
Really excited to have you here, and found out it just as we were talking when I asked you about the shirt. And we might as well explain this now because people are going to wonder otherwise. Why do you have a Grimm season 2 shirt on, Paul?
I work for Grimm. That is my day job, as it were. Never quit your day job in rock and roll, Bob. But yeah, I work on Grimm, and I have for both seasons. It's a great show to have in Portland, and I'm a landscaper. I call myself an extreme landscaper, and the guys that do the landscaping bring all big trees in, and they want to shoot where there's no forest, but they want the forest to come in to the shot, and so we have to bring the forest in, and it's a fun job. I did it for Twilight as well, but Grimm is the best.
Oh, now see, stuff keeps pouring out of you every time you say something. You did it for Twilight as well?
Yeah, I was the on-set greensman, second unit for the first Twilight movie.
I'll be damned. And tell us the other credit that you recently came off of.
Oh, well, Leverage. I worked on Leverage as well, and then I went to Grimm a few years ago when that came to town because they don't have much greens on Leverage. I actually was a scenic painter on Leverage, but I like to be outside with the greens and stuff. So.
Good to be multi-talented.
Well, yeah, that's what I have found in life. At first, I thought, my God, I'm never going to get that gold watch from any company because I just don't stay focused that long. But now as my life is down this end, it's been great to have all these gigs that I've done.
And I mean, when you're working on set and you're lost in your work and you're setting up, do people ever point out that they hear you humming, give me it down to there, shoulder up or longer?
Yeah, all the time. I'm singing all the time. What happens to me is somebody will say something, and then I'll remember a song from the 50s or 60s or 70s that has that word in it, and then I'll start singing a song. I drive my friends pretty crazy with that.
And tilt your head just a little bit so everyone can see that you still have plenty of that hair.
I have plenty of hair, but let's tilt down a little bit. Let's be honest here with your peeps, Bob. But
I will if you will.
I have this thing going on right here.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm combing hair over. I'm really not. I'm just this piece right here is called the Cowsill front piece. And we're going to have that forever. And I'm going to hold on for that front piece forever.
Sounds like instead of the Cowsill, should have been the Cowlicks.
Yeah. Well, it makes hair really interesting when we do it in our shows now, because during that whole long piece that they actually played on the radio, she asked me why, we'll go on and, we'll talk. And one of my lines I know in the show is the only place I see hair growing is out of my ears and my nose. I can't get it to stop there. Crazy.
Age is a funny thing, isn't it?
It is.
So, I watched the film. And I mean, I barely know where to start. So fortunately we had Grimm to work from. So we've established kind of what you're doing now, and we'll talk about the current status of the band maybe a little later.
Sure.
But so it's interesting as we were setting up this interview. There was a little discussion about where we were in '68. What I was doing in '68. I was an 8-year-old boy. I got the best of the Cowsills for a Christmas present. Tell me, because I think you remember. Tell me about 1968 and being a member.